as of today, we are pretty much over with the season. The season is now done. As I record this on the 29th, Sunday the 29th, the last scheduled day of the MLB season. All baseball has been completed except for a doubleheader tomorrow between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. Those will be the last two games of the year. But outside of that, we've got everything is settled, and we've got a American League MVP who is going to be the subject of this video. God damn it. 60 some episodes in and I'm still saying video. I don't know if that's going to change. But so Aaron Judge, he has at one point he was pretty much raking all year. He was pretty much just wrecking everybody. He pretty much dominated the entire year. But there was one small stretch of time where Aaron Judge did not hit a home run, and it was hypothesized that it was related to it was not Paw Patrol. The show was Rubble and Crew, which I think is a Paw Patrol spinoff of some kind. I'm not well versed in the universe personally. I do want to watch the episode now that I'm making a podcast episode about it. I do want to watch the episode, and so I'll probably have to mention that down the line. But Aaron Judge and his dog starred in an episode of Rubble and Crew, which again I think is a Paw Patrol episode, which justifies my title of the Paw Patrol curse. It's the universe. So that episode comes out August 26th. Aaron Judge hits 2 home runs versus Colorado. Not a great team, but still. Aaron Judge homers twice versus Colorado on August 25th, the day before that episode comes out. The Crew builds a ballpark on August 26th. Aaron Judge and his dogs make their television debut. And then Aaron Judge proceeds to have a home run drought from that day, August 26th, all the way till September 12th of September, obviously. He then hit a home run versus Boston on September 13th. Hit a grand slam, actually. It was a pretty... somebody edited it to the Moneyball soundtrack. It was pretty good. But I remember that grand slam. That busted him out of it. But that was most likely his longest stretch of the entire year of not having a home run. And I don't think there was much doubt about his MVP race at that point. I think that Bobby Witt Jr. was pretty much the only competitor there, and it seemed like he had passed him up for a bit. But yeah, Aaron Judge, that was a period of time where he looked slightly human, and it was from the day of that television debut of that fucking Paw Patrol, technically Rubble and Crew, again, is what the show is actually called. But I'm calling that shit the Paw Patrol curse, and it almost derailed his whole season. How many days was that? It was a little bit over 2 weeks. It was, at least 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks of not a home run, and it was a big deal. That's how good of a fucking season this guy's having. As the season wrapped up, here's the stats. Absolutely fucking insane. He hit .322, 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, and stole 10 bases just for fun. I saw his slugging percentage of .701 is apparently the highest since Barry Bonds in 2004. That's a big fucking deal because Barry Bonds is viewed as people. I feel like either will say it's like, yes, he's the best, one of the best hitters ever. You have to acknowledge it, or they blame the steroids or whatever the fuck. No matter what, statistically, Barry Bonds put up some of the most fucking insane seasons ever. So doing something like that, that's nothing to sneeze at. But it's Aaron Judge. That's just what he does. After Aaron Judge's grand slam, he then hit home runs versus Oakland on September 21st, 22nd, which I think the 21st was the game I was there, and believe me, I'm making at least one or two more episodes about Oakland. There's a lot of things going on in baseball that I'm gonna have episodes coming up about, and that's gonna be fun. Now that the season's over, it's gonna be fun to look back at some of these things that I didn't talk about during the season that are kind of worth revisiting. Now that some time has passed. I think it was the 21st. It was a Saturday. It was the maybe the fifth to last game in the Oakland Coliseum. Me and Amanda got to go to it. It was fucking awesome to see that stadium. And yeah, at that game, Aaron Judge went yard, and yeah, the A's lost 10-0. They're not a great team at all, but still very sad they're leaving Oakland. But that's for a different episode. I want to talk about that more at length. So after those home runs versus Oakland, Aaron Judge then wrapped up his season with home runs on the 24th, 25th, 26th, and 28th. Or no, sorry, not the 28th. The 28th he did not home run. But on September 28th, after the division's clinched and after a day off, 5 strikeouts versus Pittsburgh, hits the bench again today, and the season's wrapped up. So that's a funny way to end the season. Just looking at the stats on paper there. That's a little bit funny. But yeah, I mean, no doubt finished incredibly fucking strong despite the 5 strikeout performance in his final game of the year yesterday. But what can you do? You have those. He swings hard. He's either going to hit it or he's not. But, he's still pretty sure he led in batting average. Pretty sure he took that crown in the... did he win the fucking Triple Crown? I need to know this. Because looking at those stats on paper, there's a real chance he won the Triple Crown. The only doubt is maybe the batting average, but I know he's won in home runs and RBIs. There's no way. Oh, he lost in batting average, of course. Damn it. Okay. Yep, no Triple Crown. Batting average was the one. Bobby Witt Jr. ends the season hitting .332. Vlad Jr. hitting .323, leaving Aaron Judge at third in batting average in the American League. That is tough. The National League leader Luis Arraez hit .314. But this was a tough year in the American League for that category. But he won home runs by 4. Shohei, oh no, this is all MLB. Shohei's in the National League, but yeah, he had the most home runs in all of baseball, most RBIs in all of baseball. He had a hell of a fucking year, and he's done it before, but this is definitely one of his better ones. Definitely up there with some of his best years, and make no mistake at all how great of a fucking hitter that he is, to just be that effortlessly terrifying to pitchers, and just be you can barely fucking throw to him. Him and Shohei, very comparable in those ways. And speaking of Shohei, I'll have more to say about him down the line as well. Now that the season's over, I really want to take a good look back at his season. But he, first 50-50 player ever, just teed off on the fucking Marlins on, I believe it was the 19th, when he went he just had the most insane stat line ever. 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and joined the 51 club that day, technically. And by joined, I mean started, because he started the 51 club that year, and he now has 59 stolen bases, and ended with, let's see where Shohei ended in home runs. I just had it, but I closed out. 54 home runs from Shohei. So the 2 best players in all of baseball, New York, Los Angeles, Dodgers versus Yankees. That was something that I know I had an episode before this year started, kind of about Yankees and Dodgers, and it was something like that, man. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. If not, I know I meant to make it, and I might have to make it in the future. But hey, I feel like I talked about it in the past. But those teams are both set to come in and be pretty much the best this year, and that's pretty much what happened. The New York's a little bit more questionable than the Dodgers, but each of them still have, you could compare for either of them as best player in all of baseball. You can make an argument. I love Shohei, and I might lean that direction if it's me, but that doesn't matter. Sorry about that brief interruption. I had a Sopranos Sunday planned for today. Me and Cordell picked up on our Sopranos viewing. We kicked off season 5 after a brief hiatus, a brief many months hiatus. Just moving out to Los Angeles is all. Makes it a little harder to watch The Sopranos together. But we recently, we found a way via technology. So sorry, there was a brief pause there. Also, it is now the next day, damn near midnight, Monday. Welcome to it. I fell asleep after Sopranos. So here we are. We're how many times can you say in a sentence? Quite a fucking bit. But yeah, I knew that I had to come and finish this one. I knew I didn't close it out. So, Aaron Judge, good as fuck at baseball. I want to go watch a montage of the home runs this year. That'd probably be a cool thing to do. I know there's going to be a lot of, I've got a lot of episode ideas. So I'm going to get pretty excited to, churn these out. Weekly episodes are still the goal. That'll always be the goal in some form or fashion. But I will. I can tell you right now, I'm just not gonna, promise what day I'm gonna upload an episode until I lock down that weekly thing. That's number one. So for any regular listeners or anybody listening for the first time here, welcome either way. As always, I appreciate you listening. But as far as a consistent day this thing comes out every week, I have yet to find that since moving out here to Los Angeles. And so I just wanted to, I'm just shooting for at least once a week, and if there can be more than that in between, that's what would be really fun to do, because I actually do have a lot of episodes right now, like ideas. So, and I'm getting excited about doing those. The playoffs are about to start. There's a bunch of other shit that I didn't talk about in the season because, I was trying to figure out the consistency, and, I've got a fucking, I still got a job. My schedule is, during the week it's the same theoretically, but, you got to squeeze in the time, to balance is something, I guess. There's only so much time in the day, but there's always so much more you would like to do, I guess. So that's where, and, the podcast comes into that journey a little bit, is apparently, it's affected, at least right now. But, it's always been just working towards, that consistency. And, I've been, feel like I'd like to think I've been getting a little bit closer. But, I'm also trying to write more. Also got to, spend some time and, do some other things. And I don't know. There's just never enough time in the day. But, this podcast will not die. It never will. I feel some strange obligation in there to always just keep doing it. It's just my little contribution to baseball in a way, even though sometimes it's barely about fucking baseball, but one way or another, baseball's in there. So, to close it out again, Aaron Judge is good as fuck at baseball. Don't forget about Shohei Ohtani either. Again, if you're listening, I really do appreciate it. I always have a fun time on here. This is, yeah, also, I guess I'm going to go watch that episode of Rubble and Crew, see if it's any good. Might make a follow-up on that. That's also pretty important. So, yeah, again, if you listened, I appreciate it. Excited to bring some more ideas. Don't know when the fuck I'll be back. But again, I do thank you for listening. And, yeah, more fun ahead.